Yo. Welcome back to Tremonti and Friends Boxing. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Per the usual, get everybody to subscribe to the channel. Your ex-girlfriend, your baby mama, get everybody to subscribe, man. And we're going to get right into it. Lamont Roach, terrific fighter. Everybody knows Lamont Roach was a really, really good fighter before the Tank fight. I just think people didn't know he wasn't a household name like I think he's becoming because of his fight with Tank. I think I've talked about this in one of my videos. I think it was about where Tank goes next. That I thought Lamont won the fight, but how Lamont has been handling himself. Lamont, before the fight happened, Lamont was telling us what was going to happen. A lot of us didn't listen. He was telling us what was going to happen. Now, he obviously has fought Tank, times before. He's very familiar with him, with his style. But he was pretty confident. He wasn't, scared of Tank. He wasn't intimidated whatsoever. And he came and he did his thing. My question is, where, as fans, as, consumers of the sport, where do y'all think Lamont Roach goes from here, seeing as it feels like the Tank fight is hanging in the balance, or it might not happen next? This has come from Lamont Roach himself. He's saying Tank hasn't signed his side of the contract. He hasn't gotten any word. And Lamont's also said that he's not waiting on anybody either, which is smart, because your career is your own. I think Lamont said he's going to go to 147 and fight. One thing about Lamont, he doesn't strike me as somebody who's a liar. So he probably would just because he can, because he believes in his skills. But if his next fight is at 135, who would y'all like to see him fight? I seen people talking about him fighting Shakur. That'd be a good fight. That'd be a good fight if you could fight Shakur. It's really about who you can get to fight, because Lamont will fight anybody. He'll fight anybody, anywhere. But, with, promotional companies and who's really willing to get in the ring with you, that's a completely separate thing. But I like how he's been handling himself, as a boxer, as a man. He's made his rounds. He's become more popular, which will only increase his profile and his stock. And he's a fighter's fighter. You see how he fought Tank. I'm not running away from you, man. I don't care what people say about you. I don't care what you tell yourself in the mirror. I'm going to be right here in front of you, and we're going to fight. And you're not going to knock me out. And the funny thing is, if they were to fight again, Lamont Roach will probably do the same thing. He's not going to. They're not going to change his gameplay because it worked. I want to see what happens next. Like, what's his next fight? I assume it will be at 135, but I just don't know who's willing to get in the ring with him. With Shakur's hand issues, I don't know if he can just jump back in the ring that fast. And it's a lot of moving parts at the 135-pound division. Lamont Roach is really like a 130 fighter, so he can move down if you want it. But I think he probably feels more comfortable at the weight. But he's had his. I don't want to denigrate what he's done, because I don't want to say the Tank fight is his claim to fame, because that's doing him a disservice, because he's a much better fighter than to have that lingering, like, oh, people only know me because of the Tank fight. But I do think that the Tank fight helped boost who he already was as a fighter, and people got to see his skills on display. Crazy thing is, if they fight again and he does an even more dominant impression of what he did the first time, his stock is going to rise to the stratosphere. He's going to rise to the stratosphere. Lamont, he just hearing him speak, hearing him talk about his confidence. He has this quiet confidence. It's almost kind of scary, because he's not like a really big talker. He's just like, hey, you want to fight? Let's go fight. It reminded me a little bit of how Errol Spence was. He wasn't a big talker at first. Like, when he became known to the public, it's just like, oh, you want to fight? Let's fight, and we can get it in. We fight. That's how Lamont is. I'm not about to yell. I'm not about to do all that. Let's fight right now. Let's go. And in the ring, with Tank, who everybody sees as a superstar in boxing. You know, he accounted for himself pretty well. What do y'all think Lamont should do next? Where do you think he should go? Who do you think he should fight? I'm so happy that he's not waiting around for another Tank fight. You know, if it's not going to happen anytime soon, he needs to stay active. I think inactivity kills boxers' careers, no matter the promotional side of the street that you're on. I think the more you fight, the more you hone your skills, and the more you just get that feeling of being in the ring. So y'all let me know what y'all think of Lamont Roach and his skill set as a fighter. What y'all think he'll do next. And if him and Tank does get announced, I'll do an official prediction on it. But I'm happy for Lamont. He's getting his just due, and it was probably well-deserved a long time ago. This is Tremonti and Friends Boxing. Tap in, man. Subscribe to the channel. I'm on Twitter. I got the Cashapp up. Probably not going to be on IG. You know, I just want to get my YouTube going. But peace and love to all y'all, and I'll get with y'all soon.